Hello dear students, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to start our sums on coordinate geometry. Now the first exercise, so before I start first exercise, let me quickly give a review of what you have understood from last video. So you learned about coordinate of a point, that means how to represent coordinate of a point in a XY coordinate system. So you take your graph paper, you draw horizontal line, you call it x-axis, you draw a vertical line and you call it y-axis, and the point of intersection of x-axis and y-axis is known as origin and it is denoted by O, right? So that's what you have learned. And suppose if I take this point and draw it over there, okay, now let me call the coordinate of this point to be P, okay, and let me call the coordinate to be XY. Now this X means the distance from origin along x-axis, okay, so that means from here to here it's X, okay, and this Y is distance from here to here, right? Okay, so if I draw two lines like this, that means from here to here it will be X, that means this much, and from here to here is Y, right? So that's what we have learned, and we call this as abscissa and we call this Y as ordinate. Now as I said, this O is origin, that is point of intersection of x-axis and y-axis, and the coordinate of origin is always 0, 0. You need to remember this. Okay, now whenever we draw one horizontal axis and one vertical axis, then we have got first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant, right? So that's what we have learned in the last video. Okay, so we'll begin with the first question of 26A. So first question you will try by yourself. We'll see the second question. So you need to plot the given points out there, right? Okay, so let me take a graph paper. As usual, we'll draw x-axis and y-axis. So this you need to draw all the time. Now let me take the first point. Okay, so first point is 8, 7, right? So we always start from 0 and 0 is counted in the origin, right? Okay, so the first abscissa is 8, that means the x distance has to be 8, right? So it is plus 8, actually there is no sign mentioned, means it is plus 8. So plus 8 means we have to go this way, right? So till here if you count, it is exactly 8. So this your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, right? So this is your 8 distance, that means abscissa is 8. Now you have to see how much is your ordinate is y, so that means you have to move along y direction, that means you have to move vertically for 7 units. So 7 steps you have to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So till here you have to move, right? So this gives you 7. So when you move 8 and when you move 7, then you will draw a point. Okay, so the coordinate of this point is going to be 8, 7, right? Okay, so similarly we'll see the next one, that is 3, 6. So this is 3, 6 because from here to here is 3 and from here to here is 6. Okay, now similarly we'll draw 0, 4. So x distance, that is abscissa is 0, that means x distance 0 means we are not moving towards x-axis. Okay, x distance is 0 means we are not moving along x direction. Now y direction is, y value is 4, so that means we have to go upward because positive y is upward and negative y is downward. So positive y is 4, so that's why we'll go up. So this will be 0, 4. Similarly 0, minus 4. So 0, that is x distance is 0, we are not moving along x, and y distance is minus 4. Minus means we'll go downward. So this is 0, minus 4. Now similarly you can plot all the points and these will be your answer. Okay, so pause the video to note down. Okay, now we'll take next question. So find the values of x and y. So these are also known as, whenever you represent two numbers with separated by comma within a bracket, this is also known as ordered pairs. So here one ordered pair is given, and that ordered pair is equals to another ordered pair, that is 4 comma 4. So you have to find the value of the unknowns out there. Okay, now let us take the first problem, that is this one. So in the first question, x minus 1 comma y plus 3 is equals to 4 comma 4. So whenever you say this kind of problem, the first component, that means abscissa of this and abscissa of this, will be equal. Okay, so you just need to compare both sides. So comparing both sides, x minus 1, that is abscissa, must be equals to 4, right? Okay, and the ordinate, that is y plus 3, must be equals to the other ordinate, that is 4, right? So you just need to solve. So x minus 1 equals to 4 means x is equals to 5, and similarly y equals to 1. So that's why the values of x and y are 5 and 1, right? So pause the video to note down. Now we'll see the third question, and to solve such problems you must be familiar with one of the chapter, that is simultaneous equations. But since you have not done that, we'll get introduced to this kind of problems as well in this particular chapter. Okay, so as usual, the question says this part is equals to this one, so abscissa must be equals to this abscissa, and this ordinate must be equals to this ordinate. So that's what I have written. So comparing both sides, I will have these two. So whenever we get this kind of situation, what we generally do is we'll name the equations. So we'll name this equation as A, and we'll name this equation as B. So this A and B. Now what we are going to do is we will multiply equation B by 3. Okay, so after multiplying, let's see what do we get. So if I multiply with 3, so I'll get 3y minus 9x and minus 12. 4 into 3 is 12, right? So that's what we get, and I'll call this equation to be C. Okay, now next I'm going to add A and C. Now why? Because I want to eliminate one of the variable, because here I've got minus 3y and here I've got plus 3y. Okay, so basically the coefficients are equal and they are in opposite sign. So if I do that, if I add them, minus 3y and plus 3y gets cancelled, so only x will be left, so that we will be able to calculate the value of x. Okay, so in the left hand side we have got, for A, in the left hand side we have got 5x minus 3y. In the right hand side of, in the left hand side of C, we have got 3y minus 9x. Okay, so this is equal to 4 plus minus 12. Right hand side is also added. Okay, so simplify this 3y and this 3y gets cancelled, so what is left? 5x minus 9x, which is minus 4x, and minus 12 plus 4 is minus 8. So the value of x from here is 2. So we got the value of x. Now to get the value of y, what we do is we can substitute the value of x either in A or B. It's your choice. Okay, so putting the value of x in the equation B, so let me put the value of x in equation B, then I'll get y equals to y minus 3x is equals to minus 4. So this is our equation B. Now the value of x is 2. So okay, so let me get this 3x out there, so I'll get this much. So let me put the value of x to be 2. So 3 into 2 is 6 minus 4. So 6 minus 4 is going to be 2. Okay, so we have seen that x is 2 and y is also 2. So pause the video to note down. Okay, so next question says use graphs given alongside. So if the graph is not clear here, then you can refer to your book as well. Okay, so you need to find the coordinates of the points satisfying the given condition. So what is the meaning of this? We'll see through some examples, right? Okay, so question says abscissa is 2. Now let us search where abscissa is 2. That means the value of x coordinate. X coordinate is 2. So 2 is out there, right? So in 2, in this line, what are the coordinates lying? One is A and another is D. So we have to write the coordinate of A and D. So solution number 1 is coordinates with abscissa 2 are A, that is 2 comma 2. So you have to count from the graph, and the coordinate with D is 2 comma minus 4. Okay, so for the first one, answer is this one. Okay, now for the next is ordinate is 0. That means y value is 0. Now y value is 0 means the coordinate must be exactly on the x-axis, because in the x-axis we are not moving towards y direction. We are not going up also, we are not going down also. So that's why the ordinate will be 0 out there. So the points which I mentioned on the x-axis are only b, right? So the coordinate of b is going to be in between 4 and 6. So abscissa is going to be 5 and ordinate is 0. So that's why the coordinate with ordinate 0 is b, that is 5 comma 0. Similarly, you will check these cases as well, right? And your final answer is going to be which is mentioned in the slides. So pause the video to note down. So in the next question, in each of the following, find the coordinates of the point whose abscissa is the solution of the first equation. So basically here what you need to do is you need to just solve the given equations. That's all you need to do. I will do one of the sum, another you will try by yourself. Okay, so let me try the third one. So third one, it is given that 5x minus 5 minus x is equals to this one. So from here I'll solve for x, which you have already learned in your lower classes. Now this is just a simple linear equation, so you'll just open the bracket, you'll get all the x in one side and all the numbers in another side, and solve for x, you'll get x equals to 1. Okay, now similarly we have got the other equation, that is this one, right? So similarly you do the same and you'll get y to be 4 by 5. Okay, so that's why your x is 1 means your abscissa is 1, and y is 4 by 5 means your ordinate is 4 by 5. So that's why the required coordinate is 1 comma 4 by 5. Pause the video to note down. Okay, so here in this question, in each of the following, the coordinates of the three vertices of a rectangle ABCD are given. So there's a rectangle ABCD. So there's a rectangle ABCD and the coordinates of 3 points are given. Okay, now in each case you have to write the coordinate of fourth one. Now there are many questions, I'm doing only the fourth question. Okay, so we'll see the three coordinates are given, that is P, C and D are given. That means coordinate of A is not given, and we are supposed to find the coordinate of A, right? So before I do that, I'll take the graph paper, I'll draw x-axis and y-axis as usual, and I'll plot the given points. So let me plot B, that is 10 comma 4. So 10 comma 4 will be somewhere out there, so you will plot the point by yourself. And similarly let me plot C, so this will be C, that is 0 comma 4. Similarly that is D is 0 comma minus 2. Now what we are going to do is, using these three, I'm going to form a rectangle. Okay, so let me draw a rectangle. So this will be the rectangle. Okay, now obviously this is going to be my point A, and I need to mention its coordinate according to the question. So when you come this way, till here is 8, and from here to here is minus 2. So that's why the coordinate of A is going to be 8 comma minus 2. Okay, I'm sorry, it's going to be 10, till here is 10, and from here to here is minus 2. So that's why it's going to be 10 comma minus 2. So pause the video to note down. Okay, so the next problem is also similar. So all these coordinates are the vertices of a parallelogram ABCD. Now this time it's not a rectangle, but this is a parallelogram. Okay, so by plotting the given points on the graph paper, find the coordinate of the fourth vertex, that is D. Here A, B and C are given, so you need to find the coordinates of the vertex D. Now also from the graph, state the coordinates of the midpoints of the sides A, B and CD. So you need to write coordinates of the midpoints. So but before finding that, we'll first find the vertex D. So again, take your graph paper, draw x-axis and y-axis. So plot the given points. So this is my A, that is minus 2 comma 2. This is my B, that is 8 comma 2. Plot C, this is my 4 comma minus 4. Now what you are going to do is you need to construct a parallelogram. So I have drawn a parallelogram this way, right? Okay, now next is we need to find the coordinate of this. Just count it. So we need to first move back. So count till here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so till here is 6 and move down. So it is minus 6 actually. So minus 6. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. So it is minus 6 comma minus 4. Okay, so the coordinate of this is minus 6 comma minus 4, right? Okay, now question says state the coordinates of the midpoint of side AB. So this is my AB, so we need to find the midpoint of this. Okay, so the midpoint of this will be given by this one, right? Exactly in the middle. So the you need to just state the coordinate of this. So from here to here is 3, from here to here is 2, so it's going to be 3 comma 2. Similarly, you need to find coordinate of CD. So coordinate of CD is here. So in between these two, we need to find the coordinate which is given by exactly this point. Yes, so this point. So the coordinate of this is going to be minus 1 comma minus 4. So pause the video to note down. Okay, so next is by plotting the following points on the graph paper, we need to check whether the points are collinear or not. Now the collinear means whether the points are lying on the same line or not. If the points are lying on the same line, then the points are said to be collinear. Now we'll see the problems to understand it better. So take the graph paper and as usual we will plot the given points. So this is my 3 comma 5, 1 comma 1 and 0 comma minus 1. Now take your skill and try to draw all the points in one single line. Okay, so I am able to draw all the points on a single line, so that's why the given points are collinear. Okay, so pause the video to note down. Okay, now similarly we'll have a look at number 2. So let's plot the points. So this is my minus 2, minus 1. This is my minus 1 comma minus 4. Another is 4 comma 1. Now as usual, in a single line you should be able to fit all the points, which is not obvious, right? So when you plot in your graph sheet, then you'll come to know that you will not be able to plot all these 3 points in a single line. Okay, so when I join these 2 points, one point is coming outside, so that's why the given points are not collinear. So pause the video to note down. Okay, so the next problem. Okay, so this is going to be the last problem for the day. So question number 11. So first you need to plot for 5 comma minus 7. So we'll do that first. So this is my 5 comma minus 7. Now from A you need to draw a perpendicular AM. Okay, draw AM perpendicular to x-axis. So here is x-axis and from here we have to draw a perpendicular, and the name of that perpendicular is going to be AM. Okay, so I have drawn the perpendicular which is AM. Now similarly you will draw perpendicular AN to the y-axis. So from here you have to draw a perpendicular to y-axis, and that is your AN. Okay, now question says write the coordinates of points M and N. So you need to mention what is the coordinate of this, what is the coordinate of this. So from here to here is how much? 5. And since you are not moving here or there, you are still in the x-axis, so that's why your ordinate is going to be 0. So the coordinate of M is going to be 5 comma 0. Okay, similarly the coordinate of N is going to be 0 comma minus 7. So pause the video to note down and try the rest sums of this 26A by yourself. Okay, thank you very much.